Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Linda Karnauskas, and I want to thank you for joining us on this Wednesday, October 12th. We have an informative show for you today. First, we're going to be on location, a new restaurant in town. We're going to be visiting Don Juan's Cantina and Grill, so you'll want to stay tuned and learn all about what Don Juan's offering. And then later on in the program, we will revisit an interview we had with Boyd Huppert, who is the producer of Land of 10,000 Stories from KARE 11. So we have a fun show for you, and you'll want to stay tuned. Owatonna Today welcomes your comments and suggestions regarding guests and show topics. You can do so by emailing us at owatonnatoday@charter.net or by contacting our show's producer, Leanne T, at 390-5751. Leanne would love to hear from you. Well, we will take a short break to hear a message from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. We'll be down on Don Juan's Cantina and Grill, so please stay with us.
United Way of Steele County has kicked off the 2016 campaign. This year's corporate campaign leader is Go for Sport. Our goal is $700,000. Be part of the change you want to see in the community. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings from the Steele County Historical Society. We invite you to visit us and enjoy your county's history at the History Center and Village of Yesteryear. Check our website for current exhibits and monthly programs.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we are on location at the new Don Juan's Cantina and Grill. And we're here at the former location of Adiamo's Restaurant, which is now taken by Don Juan's. And we're here with some of the family that's responsible for opening the restaurant here. And to my right is
Alma Medina.
Okay. And to my left,
Jerina Cartas.
Okay. Now these ladies, let's talk about the story here. Who's all involved with opening Don Juan's?
It would be their three brothers and a brother-in-law.
Could you give us their names?
Daniel Medina, Alex Medina, Mario Medina, and Jose Prado.
Okay. And to our right here, you're married to one of those Medinas, and who is that?
Daniel Medina, yes.
Now, how did the four brothers and all of you decide on Owatonna for this location? How did you come to Owatonna?
Well, he found the restaurant. He saw it online, and one time he was passing to the cities and decided to, he stopped at the restroom. He saw the location and he decided it was a good spot. He came, looked around the area, called all the brothers and asked them, he called all the brothers and asked them if they wanted to come look and see if they wanted to join in. And they all came and saw it, looked at the community. We were looking at the schools.
So you decided on Owatonna. What do you like best about Owatonna?
It's I like because it's safe. I love that for my kids.
Okay.
And it's very calm. Yeah, I like that.
Well, good. So if I understood right, Silvestre, he contacted the brothers, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
And decided, did they all have restaurant experience?
Yes, all work in restaurants before. And then now he want to say, okay, we don't want to work more. We want to, we want to exactly.
Now, you've made some changes here inside with the addition of in the bar, and what would that be?
They did some cosmetic painting and they added TVs all around so you could come in and watch sports.
And how many different sports games can we have on at one time here?
Five. Yes.
Okay, great. And so now you have the building, and now it's all this hard work. You're going to have the menu. So tell us about some of the food here that we have in front of us. What are some of the most signature dish? Number one.
The Mario's burrito. That one is pretty famous. It's one of our most signature ones. We have.
When we're looking at that right now, could you explain what's in it and what's on top of it?
It has grilled chicken inside, chorizo, rice, lettuce, guacamole, and it's topped with tequila lime.
Now, what's unique about that tequila lime sauce?
Was very unique. It's something it's homemade. It's the sauce is green sauce and a little bit something in there I can tell you, but it's good. It's so good.
So all the products we're looking at here, are they fresh ingredients?
All fresh.
And tell us about some of the signature dishes. We went over the burrito. What are we looking at right here?
Oh, this is the parrillada fajita. It's coming with pork, chicken, steak, shrimp, and chorizo. And it's, yes.
Comes with a side of rice and beans, guacamole salad. We have also our appetizer. That's one of the most unique things about here, I think, is they will come right to your table and make it for you, made to order. So.
And you're speaking about the guacamole. Let's hold that over there. Just looks wonderful. And they'll make that table side. Yes. And what is this dish here?
Here we have the enchiladas chipotle made with shredded beef and their special chipotle sauce, also with a side of guacamole, salad, and rice.
And what stands out about your margaritas here?
It's all fresh. We use lime, just lime, not anything mixes, just all lime with.
So fresh lime, no, like you don't use like a simple syrup or anything.
Syrup, no. They make them with fresh squeezed lime.
Okay, and then here, of course, we have the Corona, correct?
We have a large variety of imported bottled beer and a large selection also domestic, and we have a wide variety of draft beer also. We do have wine. We carry 4 selections of wine.
And then do you have the typical mixed alcoholic beverages as well?
Yes, they do. They will do a mix for you if you ask for it. We have our Hornitos margarita, which is signature here, and we have the original margarita, which is in a shaker, and that was.
And so, what has been some of the challenges to getting the menu together? How did the menu become decided on?
All the brothers coming from different parts and decides and where he work, bring the food here. Yeah.
Plates.
The favorite place you have. Yeah, the flavor.
They brought their favorites here, and then they brought in some of their own foods, that they wanted in there.
Well, as Emerald used to say, I wish we had smell-o-vision because this just smells wonderful and this margarita looks luscious. What is another unique thing you have on your menu with the burritos? You can combination?
Yeah, you can choose your combination. It's coming rice and beans, and you can choose burrito, enchilada, tostada.
Yes, you make your own combination. We don't make it for you. You choose what you want, and we just add the rice and beans.
Okay. So it's listed in the menu. Maybe you could show them on the menu where that's at and how that works. Okay. So you would have you can go ahead and.
Combinations there.
Right.
You choose your burrito, enchilada, taco, tamal, tostada, chile relleno, quesadilla. choose any of those.
Okay.
Fill it with shredded chicken, ground beef, cheese, beans. If you want to add a steak, pork, or grilled chicken too.
So that's unique in that you can make up your own as you go along. Well, that's wonderful. And how many would you say have been involved with the opening of the restaurant here? How many staff do you have here?
We have mostly family. Mostly it's a family-run business, but we do have about 5 or 6 extra employees that we hired here.
And what has been the response? Have you had a good response to your opening?
We've had a really good response. We have a Facebook page, and on our Facebook page, we've gotten a lot of good reviews. The public has really liked what we've handed to them, so we're really thankful for that.
And would you say that you said that you've done kind of a gradual soft opening?
We did a soft opening, and we're hoping to do our grand opening here soon. We're working on our final menu.
So would you say that your people coming in, your customer base, has met your expectations?
It has met our expectations, yes, so far it has. Since.
And so what overall, just a question, is what's been the most challenging part of opening your own restaurant?
What has been the most challenging part? Just, I don't know, dealing with they all worked at this before, but, just putting it together and,
The launching of it. And what has been the most fun for you? Say that again.
Working as a family.
All right.
Being together.
So a family affair.
Yes.
Let's go over the hours that you're going to be open.
We will be open Sunday through Thursdays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
And you will.
Every day we have a different special. Mondays we have our fajitas on sale. On Tuesdays we have our burritos, $2 off any dinner burrito that you choose. Wednesdays we'll have our happy hour all day. On Thursdays we have our house margaritas, $1 off.
So you have something on through the week, so come on out and look at the menu and see what the specials are.
Then you could come watch the Vikings and get $1 off your draft beer.
Well, great. Well, it was fun learning all about Don Juan's Cantina and Grill. We wish you the best of success. The food looks marvelous. And welcome to the Owatonna. Thank you. We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. So please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Bev Cashman. I'm running for the House of Representatives in District 24A. Good government works when all legislators agree to listen to each other, to work together, and compromise to serve the best interests of their constituents. I will do that. As your legislator, my goal will be to help resolve difficult issues rather than simply blame the other party for failing to act. Please vote for me, Bev Cashman, on November 8th.
Hi, this is Eric with the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. A heated swimming pool, sauna, running track, cardio room, basketball court, weight room, and 6 tennis courts are among the amenities you can enjoy at our facility. We have a variety of membership packages available to meet the needs of everyone, or you can simply drop in for the day. Stop out today and take advantage of all we have to offer. West Hills Tennis and Fitness, encouraging and promoting a healthy lifestyle.
Hello, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Michael Mager with the Brick Mager Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home. At Brick Mager, we are privileged to have served the families of Steele County community for 118 years.
Whether you choose traditional burial or cremation, we promise the tribute your loved one deserves with the peace of mind that you require.
We are proud to be part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Betsy Linger from the Owatonna Foundation. Your generosity has made Owatonna a better place to live by benefiting our community, the arts, recreation, and education. Please consider a donation today. The Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. I'm your host, Francie Hall, and we are privileged to be sitting here with Boyd Huppert from KARE 11, and you may know him from the Land of 10,000 Stories, and most of them will make you cry.
That's not my goal when we start out, make people weep. But,
is that how you won?
But I don't take that as an insult either.
Sometimes it's tears of joy, and sometimes it's just very poignant.
Well, I hope we're doing stories that make you feel something, and sometimes that may be laughter, and I love the sound of laughter, but there are other times where if it touches you in an emotional way and a tear wells up in your eye, then I think we're doing our jobs that way too.
Well, you're doing your job. Leanne and I were here because you came to Owatonna. He is in Owatonna now, so this is an Owatonna Community Connection thing. And you were speaking and you were showing some examples of some of these great stories. And so my nose is stuffed right now because we were crying through so many of them. Is that how you won so many Emmys? Was it because of the emotional content?
I wasn't judging the contest, so I don't know. I think of awards as kind of it's just this side thing that comes along, this bonus, because we're producing the stories for our audience and for our viewers, and and trying to do a lot of the stories we do in this segment are near and dear to the people who we're featuring. I mean, they're life stories. They're momentous events taking place in their lives. So I always feel like I'm trying to tell a story that honors them as well and honors their story. And then and occasionally an award will come along, and that's nice afterwards. And I always share that too with the people in the stories, because it's a recognition of not just the way we put the story together, but it's also it should feel like an honor to the person whose story we've told as well.
Sure, and some of those stories we need to give a little snapshot of some of them for folks. But first, I would really like to know: have you always been a newscaster? Has this been what you've done for your whole career?
I was really fortunate. My high school English teacher in River Falls. I grew up in River Falls, Wisconsin.
We won't hold it against you.
Well, thanks. Yeah. Came to me at class one day and said, the owner of the local radio station in River Falls called WEVR, is looking for a high school student just to come in on the weekends and sit in the booth and play commercials during Green Bay Packer games and Milwaukee Brewer games on Sunday afternoons. And I grew up on a dairy farm, and that was kind of the one day when we didn't work. Was Sunday, milk cows in the morning, milk cows at night, but Sunday afternoons was kind of some downtime. So I said, sure, I could do that. So that was how I got my toe in the door in broadcasting. Worked at that radio station through high school, and then went to college at UW River Falls. Continued working at that radio station. Did some work at the campus radio station as well. Was fortunate to get an internship at KSTP TV, Channel 5.
So you were studying journalism then when you went to school?
Yeah, but it was all, I don't know if I hadn't been, I told my kids this too, just if a door cracks open, go through it. You never know where it's going to lead, because I don't know what I'd be doing, but I doubt I'd be doing what I'm doing if it hadn't been for that high school job that opened that first little door.
And you were invited in to do that first? What precipitated that?
Just that radio station job?
Yeah.
I mean, he was just looking for a high school student because it was, I assume because it was a little bit cheaper than hiring an adult. And really there was no, I sat there and I waited till they said, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification, and I pushed a button. And then I'd wait again till it was time for a commercial, and I'd push a button. And I did that for 3 or 4 hours, and then I went home. So it was my first job in broadcasting.
That is really extraordinary, because it's clear that you've got a gift of telling stories. Where did that come from? How did you learn that craft? Because it's won you many awards. It's just great.
Some of it's probably part of me. I mean, I grew up in a large family, very close close-knit family. I grew up hearing stories. My dad's a great storyteller. My uncles, I grew up listening to great stories, just family stories. So I think that's just part of me. And then the other part, the learning how to write it and produce it, I think that's just things that I picked up in a 30-year career. It was just this desire to get better. And what is it that makes people laugh? What is it that makes people cry or feel something? And then just trying to hone my writing and my producing skills to try and harness some of those, some of the things that movie directors know, right? They know, movie directors know how to pull at our heartstrings. So what are they doing, and what can I do in my own work, in my little 3 or 4 minute story that I can?
It's a 3 or 4 minute story, and it's this little mini movie that just has all this emotion in it in that brief period. First of all, where do you get these stories?
Well, I'm blessed in that a lot of them are sent to me. So probably 95% of the stories that I produce come to me in emails or Facebook messages. And that part of that is just hanging around a long time. I've been at KARE for 19 years, and people are kind enough to think of me when they see a good story. So that's probably the majority of them come that way. Occasionally I'll see something that will just. But I remember I was working in Milwaukee, where I worked before coming to KARE, and there's a little church by the freeway that I drove by a couple of times a week. It was on the way to Madison, and we made a lot of trips to Madison because that's the state capital of Wisconsin. And I one day said, "Dad, it must be noisy in that church. It's so close to the road. It seemed like only 20 or 30 feet from the freeway." And I called up the pastor at the church one day driving by. I could see the sign, and I said, "Is it noisy in your church?" And he just proceeded to tell me all these great stories relating to the noise in the church. That they can't have the windows open in the summertime, and that he said, "Well, it wasn't as bad as my last congregation." And I said, "Oh, why is that?" He said, "Well, I used to serve at the end of the runway at Mitchell International Airport. That was louder." And I mean, and then he told about you know how we got our guardrail? A truck just about hit the parsonage, left the road and just about hit the parsonage, and my wife called the governor, and a couple of weeks later we got a guardrail in front of the church. So I think that was 20 years ago I did that story, but it's a good reminder that there are great stories everywhere. It's opening our eyes and just asking the right questions sometimes.
Pulling the thread.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, just pulling the thread and saying, if I keep pulling, what more can I learn about this situation? And if I can learn enough, and if it's interesting to me, then I presume it'll be interesting to our viewers too. So those are the types of stories that I like to pursue.
Well, you do the storytelling. And you also are a daily newscaster, is that right? What is the difference between the two?
Well, on Mondays and Fridays I do daily news. So I come to work at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday. I get an assignment, and then I go out on the road, and that story's on the air at 10 o'clock that night. So it's a lot of different muscles because everything's got to be turned quickly.
It's immediate.
We have to work really quickly. And Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I work on my segment, Land of 10,000 Stories. So now I have 3 days to do that same thing I had to do in 1 day on Monday. So we usually shoot on Tuesdays. I write, we'll do the log all the video. Typically we'll shoot 4 hours of video for a 3 or 4 minute story. So I have to sit down and go through all that video, do transcribing, and then I take those notes and then I write the story. And then usually on Thursday, now we're in the third day, on Thursday the editor, then the photographer is going to edit that story then, and he'll put it together based on the script that I write. And then in that time I'm setting up the next week. So while he's editing, I'm trying to figure out, well, what are we going to do next week? I need to go through all those emails that I've been getting and figure out something else then.
How long between getting one of those emails do you end up doing that 3-day process? I mean, is it pretty rapid?
Yeah, sometimes it's the next week. Sometimes I don't have a story next week. What can I find in my inbox that might make a good story? And sometimes it's something that's months away, where I'll look at this and go, this would be a nice story around Christmas, and I'll just put it aside and maybe we'll do this around the holidays. I just talked to a woman today on the phone with a really nice story that I think would be wonderful on Thanksgiving week.
So we should watch for Thanksgiving week to see what this story will be.
Every newscast.
Well, and he just told us a story that's coming up on Tuesday that you'll want to see about a one-legged kicking coach.
Yeah.
And that's all I can say about it. But it's very exciting.
That's called a tease.
It
what you just
is.
did. So,
It is.
So this will air before Tuesday?
This will be airing on Monday.
Okay. So
Yes.
So when this airs, so tomorrow night, KARE 11 News at 10,
Will,
and
yes.
you can solve the riddle that you've just set up.
There you go. Well, this went by way too fast, and we didn't get nearly enough of your story, but I thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, thank you. It was really a pleasure
Really
talking
appreciate
with you.
it. And thank you for staying with us. Do keep watching. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We hope you enjoyed visiting Don Juan's Cantina and Grill and the interview with Boyd Huppert from KARE 11. Well, it's time in that schedule that we go over what's happening in the community. The Owatonna Foundation Week is happening October 10th through the 16th. Today, Wednesday, October 12th, Legacy Luncheon at the Steele County History Center, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Thursday, October 13th, Professionals Breakfast at the Owatonna Arts Center at 8 a.m. Thursday, October 13th, Wine and Beer Tasting at the Owatonna Holiday Inn and Suites, 6:30 to 9 p.m. And Sunday, October 15th, Saturday morning coffee at the Owatonna Foundation office, 8 a.m. till 12 noon. Chubb's Brew and Barbecue, Savor the Flavor fundraiser. Join us for the first annual Chubb's Brew Barbecue, Saturday, October 15th. Doors open at 4 p.m. and it'll be at Ritchie Brothers. Silent auction, beer and barbecue tasting, and live music. Don't miss this fun evening out to support a great cause. Proceeds raised through the Juan Villarreal Jr. Memorial Fund will go to Owatonna ISD number 761 for youth activities. The next Living Well with Chronic Conditions workshop offered begins Monday, October 17th, and will take place every Monday from 5:30 to 8 p.m. for 6 weeks at the Coda Living Community that's located at 2255 Northwest 30th Street, Owatonna. For more information or to enroll in the Living Well with Chronic Conditions workshop, call Linda Hoffman at 507-977-2171. Owatonna Healthcare Campus is sponsoring a free information session on shoulder pain, surgical alternatives, rehabilitation options, and more on Tuesday, October 18th, 6 to 7 p.m., Mayo Clinic Health System, Owatonna Conference Rooms. Get an opportunity to meet the experts, learn about your options, and ask questions. This information session is free and open to the public. Register by calling 507-444-5007. A public information night is scheduled for Monday, October 24th, 6 p.m. at the Owatonna Masonic Lodge, 311 South Oak Avenue. Our lodge will be open to men in the area who are interested in meeting the Masons and Shriners to ask questions and learn about outstanding fraternal organizations. Well, that catches us up for today. We hope you will join us on Friday when we'll be dedicating the show to the District 3 and 4 incumbents and candidates for Districts 3 and 4 for Steele County Commissioner. So you'll want to join us on Friday. And until then, have a good day.